when you had heroes of your own age. If you think about that, because prior to rock and roll, heroes were like Valentino, and there weren't many people. I mean, heroes weren't 16 years old, really. They were crushes, but they weren't actually, I can be there. And I can
see, that's
be
the thing. That is the thing. Did anyone see on BBC Two that program where the students took over lineup?
No, but I wanted to. I mean, go on.
They had late night lineup, and they just had a little bit of normal lineup interview. Then they said, we went down to this place in Chelsea where they got an arts festival or something, art in the parks, pleasure art in the parks or something, where they've built marquees, and they just have people, and they do it all by random selection, but all the artists in a hat, and the ones that come out get shown there. And so the people went down to sort of go with this, and they said, why don't you do a TV show? Why don't you let us do a TV show? And they, so they eventually give them 20 minutes, and it was incredible, really. It wasn't very good, but it was pretty good. Because there's just this fella sort of sitting there, watching himself on a monitor screen, sort of drinking a cup of tea, but for a long time, a bit too long for telly. For about 5 minutes with Revolution playing over it. Just, and there's just this one shot of the fella just held dead straight, and the camera on the monitor zooming in and out on him, and he's picking up a cup of tea and that, and it's like, well, the students are sort of taken over, it's like anarchy. And they got hold of BBC Two for a bit, and then they just started to shouting at a couple of people, and they weren't very good about it all. They were a bit studenty about it and a bit embarrassed to be on. They didn't really take hold of the opportunity and do it. But it's that kind of opportunity we've got for an hour.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, that's why like yesterday, the idea of playing a song to each second the audience is wrong, because it was too bitty, there was no way we could link it, and you were onto that one. But I still think, do you want to go back, do you like the
hospital? You can make it into a really, the good thing about All You Need Is Love was that for that moment, then you could be on the one thing, because it was like the party political broadcast.
Yeah. Well, this is too, you see.
Yeah, but this...
that's it. We still haven't done the show. No, we still haven't done the show, though. I mean, at the moment, we're just rehearsing the numbers for the show. And none of us has had the idea of what the show's going to be yet. And it's not going to be...
Well, let's have a political broadcast.
Yeah.
Let's make it into one of them.
Well, I'm more for that than... I think, like all of them, we have to get the right thing on, to get the right idea on.
But again, going back like Jude, I mean, your party broadcast is...
Jude was political.
Yeah, Jude was terribly political. And as a party. But
that's the thing, we don't like party political broadcasts as such.
No,
we've never liked them. I turn them off when they come on. I try and find another channel, and there never is.
Yeah, but it's always as if it's incidental. Whatever we have to say to do with anything is always like incidental, hiding behind the chords of the tune or something,
Yeah,
but we don't actually come out like All You Need Is Love was a bit like that. We got our props, we got our yin-yangs and our flowers and that, and sang All You Need Is Love, which was just, very to the point.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, we could
there's a time factor too, if you're going to do an LP, the show, if you're going to do the whole LP, it's going to take up all the time.
But see, the thing is, I mean, okay, so say the show, actually, the mouth bit is singing the songs, but the vision, the vision, and who we're playing to, and where we're playing, and what's around us, and I mean, if you put us in the Houses of Parliament, playing in the main gallery at the Houses of Parliament, that's, you've got it there.
I always think it's stronger.
Could you get it for us, Houses of Parliament?
We tried for the circus. We tried for the party, they didn't go for it. I always think it's stronger that your work, I mean, for any artiste, be it a singer, be it a musician, be it an actor, that the work says it, as opposed to the conversation. You know what I mean?
It's almost, in a way, we should do the show in a place we're not allowed to do it. Like we should trespass, go in, set up, and then get moved, and that should be the show.
Yes.
Getting forcibly ejected, still trying to play your numbers, and the police lifting you.
I think that's too much nonsense.
You came in through the bathroom window.
I know. Too much nonsense.
With boots and truncheons and all that. You have to take a bit of violence.
That's an interesting. I think that's too dangerous. I mean, that is an interesting thought of you all being beaten up. I mean, you can go to Manila. You can go to Manila again. But what about a hospital?
Manila or Memphis?
Or was Memphis bad? Or Memphis bad anyway?
Texas.
What, you don't? I didn't, but I don't mean for really sick kids. I don't mean for Jimmy Savile kids. I mean for kids with broken legs. I mean really kind of 1944 Hollywood musical and Bing Crosby kids with broken legs and or maybe an orphan's home. No, really sentimentality, which is really you must keep me from. But how about a home for orphans? No, children, the hope of the future department. What about an orphanage? How does that grab you guys?
Liverpool Cathedral.
How about an orphanage? It's like going once, going twice, going 3 times, and that's it.
No.
See, but I think like charity, you see, we oughtn't to do it for money, but equally we oughtn't to do it just for the 500 seats. But there's somewhere in between. See, those are the 2 ends of the scale, really, the 500 seats, or just paying customers. And it ought to be somewhere in between. Orphanage going downhill. My trouble is, I usually talked over a good idea.
We must get it onto these lines, because it'd be much nicer.
I will every day say Tripoli, and every day I get close to the left.
We can make it like requests, as if they're all special. Each song.
But that wasn't. Remember we thought of that originally. Request.
And this one is for
Do you remember that one of the ideas was like you said like at the Cavern, like this is for the girl who's next to George in the 52 bus.
I'd like to dedicate this one to Hal Wilson, the Pope, singing None. General Washington. It's called Up You.
Up Your Pipe.
But before we all leave,
what do you think?
About what?
Well, the situation is hand. Sure.
strike you except you didn't want to do this?
I don't think God thought all of it is baseballs and another. No. It just traps yourself in a bad vibe.
We should send planes to Biafra and rescue all the people and then play at the airport as they come in, do a show for them. Biafrans.
What's the biggest charity in the world? I don't mean in terms of like polio, but what's the most charitable thing anybody can do? It's like Magic Christian time almost, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the most charitable thing anybody could do. Well, I mean, the real thing is to have you all masked like murder people.
Too much sugar.
Isn't it? I mean, there's certain judicious murders in the history of the world which are very charitable.
They say, don't they say, charity begins at home?
So we're doing it at George's house. Let's do the show right here.
I think the framework's wrong. But we shouldn't dissipate all that we're talking about. The people sitting on the stage may shortly leave you so you can start to play.
What do you think about it? No, I'm just talking to everyone.
I need to go away.
Yes, but we can't go away.
Just away from hell.
Oh, I see. See, if we're doing it indoors.
Indoors, might as well do it here.
Well, no, except for the thing of, say we were doing it in an airport. Then you couldn't stop the people coming and going. They've all got planes to catch. So like you'd get a lot of people all the time going for planes and looking and I mean it'd be a scene.
I think if you are going to
Or in a hospital they can't all get up and walk. Except for the finale.
Oh, yes.
When
Yes.
John walks up to the little girl and says, "Come ye." She gets up and walks.
Everybody, the groups writing and all
obviously people. If they
maybe, yeah.
They want to be influenced by it.
See, at one point we thought of like building the set. That's what you were doing the music.
I mean, that's any
in
sort
here.
of
But
story.
the other thing is, I don't think we should think about it again. Have too much of the set. I mean, if you're going to do it in the studio, we should have just functional.
Just
I mean,
the songs,
you
yeah.
had all the
Yes.
sets.
Well, I think the control room, I thought that'd be a good thing to set. Our sound padding. For our sound would be the set.
Oh, yeah.
So our bit of the set might just be drapes around us. Big heavy drapes to take the sound.
But they do it with such a taste.
There might be something over here or over there. But I think the control room should be in the thing and in the shots and that. Should be shown to be recorded and stuff.
You see,
say if that big scaffolding there, up there somewhere, there was a soundproof room.
He's singing with
See, I would hate it
and he wrote
if, except for you, the show didn't look as good, or in fact better, than any other rock and roll show ever done. And when I say rock and roll, that just means everything. And I just hate it if it weren't better than anything that's been
They
done.
just sound like that in the
You see, I mean,
house in the living room.
see, like using the circus as an example, everything fitted
Why
into the
this could be
circus. The
good.
circus was a marvelous working idea.
Just 12 days.
It allowed
after
every kind of eccentricity.
8
It allowed
years of not doing it.
a program which wasn't just music.
You know, the band, like that
That's
is
very
the
strong
thing
idea,
that
and
I thought it was a great
No,
production, that album, but
hate
when
the
I
show,
just
the worst
saw
of
him,
the
it
show.
was nothing to do with John's song.
It should be,
You know, all he
it should
did
be
was
the
put a
same,
mic there and
but it
switch the
should be
tape
different,
on.
just as good. And the
What
circus is very
about a theatre to do as a stage show?
No tea?
You should just like the Saddles.
Okay, no, it's all right, it's lunchtime.
I think we've either, you see, I mean, you may never do another television show, and if this is the pattern, you may very certainly never do one.
Right.
So we've got to.
See, that is exactly why I think it's got to be on something we're serious about. We've got to have some serious reason for doing this, or else we won't. I mean, that's why there really isn't any point.
Entertainment is sure serious.
Yes, it is, very. I think that's right.
Yeah, but you've got to entertain for some reason. Now, if you're Frank Ifield, you entertain for Frank Ifield's reasons, you know. You go on and you do that show for that reason. But we can't do that. I mean, we can't just do that because the four of us are on that.
And Australians.
You know, we don't apparently want to do it like that.
I think entertainment isn't. I think you're right. I do think that is important. I think then on top of it, we can find a serious reason.
Well, that seems pretty serious reason to me.
Have you got the stage suits, Mark? Got the stage suits.
Yeah, also, you know, it was that idea where we thought, are we going to have other people or just us? And it's just us. Again, it's just John, Paul, Jeff and Richie just doing that. Yeah, maybe that would have done something if there'd have been all the others doing their bit as well. But then you gain the bit where the Who steal the show.
Yeah, which would be known before it happened.
But then, you know, that's all down to the best man win, you know.
But actually,
if somebody does better than you, if they play better than you.
But if the four of you can't hold an hour, then we're all KUNTS, really. Because if anyone can hold an hour, it's you.
I don't know. Don't know.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. I don't mean just performance-wise. I mean,
Of course we can do it. I mean, you know, we can do that. It's all right.
we do need an audience, I'm
We
sure.
have to want to do it. To do it.
And then you've got to want to do it right. So
It's like
slips
you
of
know,
paper.
it's like if I had to do, you know, if I had to, you know, we have to do it. We can do it. There's no, we have to do it. But it's all right. I mean, it's not. We want to do it. We've got to find some reason. Some point.
Sync Slate 107 starts now.
set up in the park or something. And just book, there you are, and it develops. And it would be entertaining, and it would be for everybody.
Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil.
Why any of you talking to whoever it is not interested, get yourselves into this then. What's it for, you know? It won't be for the money. I mean, well, why are you here? I'm here because I, want to do a show. But I really don't feel an awful lot of support, Is anyone here because they want to do a show, or am I just...
I mean, Mal is right. Like, entertainment is almost enough. Mal is right. Entertainment is almost enough. It's just where to put the entertainment because, like, that's strong.
Whatever the situation, the end result is.
Yeah, you see, that's what I think. I think
whatever the situation, you're going to get pleasure. The same level of pleasure for people watching it.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd do suits and on the stage show, and I'd do touring and all that.
There's EMI to focus up a bit more. Maybe Hello, George.
You see, the best idea.
All right, lads.
The best idea is straight entertainment. Make the most entertaining show of all time. That is right.
Ready to go.
That's what people want to see.
How do you
That's what
do
I want to see sitting home in New York. Just straight, great, fantastic, touching, beautiful, rock and rolly, and poignant entertainment. I mean, it really should have.
It'd be
all
nice, you see, if we were just singing these songs. For me to watch it, I'd be bored if it was, thank you, now we'd like to do, and all that. Oh, if it was like just edits from, clap, clap, bam, and, just like that, like they do those films.
Yeah.
See, there is
That'd be
that
better.
possibility too, which is the one I originally thought this was going to be, which was not to have a documentary, but to have the show, documentary and the show. Just because that's not as good as the idea. It's half-assed.
I mean, it's
two ideas in one because neither is good enough.
If it comes off, if this comes off, we've got a great chaps. We've got a great entertainment package. We've got an album, a documentary never seen before in a performance. It's a great package.
Oh yeah, a lot would come out of it if we could get the enthusiasm.
See, I think the truest thing is
terrible because imagine
if we get it together.
And I'm not that easily. No, you're not interested. You don't say anything about it. I said what I was thinking. So you're still thinking that now? What are you thinking now? Still thinking about
it. See, I think Mao is nearest it. In fact, it should be entertainment of the world. And therefore, it should be the most entertaining show featuring the four of you. Like all the ideas, like hospital, orphanage, charity, is part of it because we're looking for something to hook it on. But in fact, it should be great, great showbiz. Because that's what's going to make people happy, which is in fact what we all want to do. A smile on the lips of a small boy in France, or a tear in the eye of a big girl in America is what we all want. Because entertainment is what we're all seeking, right?
That's entertainment.
No, there's no business like show business. That's what we're selling. Mal is right. So we've got to make the most entertaining show in the best place. And I just don't think it's here. And what's your next idea, Michael? Because otherwise, there isn't any point in doing it. I don't mean that's copping out in any way, P. I just mean we ought to make it. If we're going to do, we ought to make it very good. Stop me in the record.
It's like Mark said last night. If you're going to do the show here, you've got to decide today. And he sort of said it. almost frightened to say it, you know, to the lads. Didn't really want to sort of shout at us. But he had to say it, because if you do the show here, you're going to have to decide today. You know, and it's like that. It's like, if we're going to do these songs, we've got to learn the chords. And we all know that. We've got to learn the words. And there's certain basic things we've just got to do if we're going to do it. See, and as far as I can see, there's only two ways, and that's what I was shouting at the last meeting we had. There's only two things, you know. We're going to do it or we're not going to do it. And I want a decision. Because I'm not interested enough to spend my fucking days farting around here while everyone makes up their minds whether they want to do it or not. You know, I'll do it. If everyone else will and everyone wants to take it, then all right. It's just a bit soft, you know. It's like,
point is,
it's like at school, you know. You've got to be here, and I haven't. You know. I've left school. We've all left school, and you don't have to go. But it gets into a scene where you do have to go.
No, so the first thing to get together is yourselves, totally. And then we all follow with our kit bags and our cameras.
So it's like, if we're doing the show, we're going to have to work hard, and we're going to have to even think of how many songs per day we'll have to have rehearsed in order to by 5 days before it's a normal. Now 5 days before it is a week from now. And that means by the time a week from now comes, all these songs we've got to know perfectly. And then 5 days will really get us to know it. You better say that. But I mean, there's no use just sort of waiting for them to rehearse themselves until we've got to put off the date for the cameras and say, we can't have the cameras. We need another week, you know. Mind that. See, apathy's alright.
No, I think it's best to know. Sometimes they lumber you, you know. Just say get anybody.
Actually, I meant to call you on Saturday and ask you, but I kept forgetting all about it. But I booked the session.
String players aren't as difficult as brass.
The tenor penny.
Does everybody pull your socks up?
The first day
The first day was the best musical day for my exact musical day yet. Because you routine about 4 numbers.
But I must say, I get bogged down because, you know, like if people aren't interested, I do lose interest. You know, and we can't blame on tools or anything. So on and so on. You see, this one that we've been having this year makes me really want to snap out of it.
Last year.
Or snap into it. Last year. You know, but the past couple of months, you know, it's been this, where the album was like this, you see. The album was worse than
What agony?
Well, just that whole idea of, do you want to do it? Do we want to do it? And that's the joke, you see. After it all came about, apparently Neil was saying to me, we'd all phoned him individually, saying things like, you know, can you get them together? Can you get it together? You know, I want to know that. What are we doing? You know. But like, instead of asking each other, we've gone to Neil, you know, like, asked him, you know, what are the lads doing? Well, you know, we should just have it out.
But we keep coming up against that one, and I keep saying, yeah, well, I'd like to do this, this, and that. Yeah, and I'd like to do this, and I'd like to do that, and I'd like to do that. And we end up doing something again that nobody really wants to do.
Well, then, you know, I think, you know, if this one turns into that, it should definitely be the last for all of us. Because there just isn't any point.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that'd be sad. I mean, as an audience, that'd be sad.
It's stupid, you know, it is just stupid. But it's even more stupid the other way, to go through it.
I agree.
Because this time where you could be using for what you want,
people are being stupid and
creating instead of, you know, like doldrums, which it always is.
I wrote in my book, because I try to keep a diary of what's going on, so I cut it, and doldrums is the word I used. The doldrums have been coming like to a ship on a
Well, the Beatles have been in doldrums for at least a year.
You see, that is terrible.
Creating it is, that's the funny thing. But when we do come together to play together, we all just sort of talk about the fucking best. But like old age, amateurs. Remember the days when we used to rock? We're here now, we can do it. But I mean, I'm on
That was the
You'd like
idea.
to say that they are needed. The Beatles are needed. There's so many Beatles.
Yeah, you're right.
Love you too.
See, the thing is also, I get to a bit where I just sort of push all my ideas.
Right, it's like,
and I know that my ideas aren't.
what do they say? It comes from
good. They're not the best.
a need springs out of a need.
Yeah.
And that's, all that existentialist
ideas if you
Thank
get
you,
into
Jean
it.
Paul. Yeah, exactly.
If you don't, okay, then I
it's
have
like-
better ideas. But if you get
You
into
can call him
it, you're
Jean-Paul
better.
George because Jean-Paul Sartre.
It's like,
We had a joke over here. You heard that? You heard? Call him Jean-Paul George as opposed to Jean-Paul Sartre. Sweet existentialism. It's communication. And I think, see, corny's great. And like Mal said, it's so corny. It's so true. I don't mean you put it corny, but you are terribly corny. And that is what the world, really, because everyone in the world can say what they think except for you. We all need you. And it's tears come to the eyes of the little boy sitting in London as opposed to the little girl in America. And it is communication. And if you all can't get it together, that's really very sad. So I think what we should do now is let you play a little, and then you all have lunch together. And I can give you some more fennel, maybe.
yes.
So should we leave you for a while? Everybody.
Yes, okay.
Can you work with the level on the bass itself quite high, and if necessary turn your amp down? Because I need quite a bit.
There's another question.
lay Randy Newman, What I was saying about the songs was like the reason, like I've got about 20 songs from 1948 was because I knew very well the moment I'd bring them in the studio that it's gone, and so I never, and like slowly now I can bring a couple out because I can get it more like how it should have been then, and that's, that's why, it's like, it's just,
See, it doesn't matter what's going wrong. It really doesn't matter what's going wrong, as long as the four of us notice it. And
noticed it all right.
No, but instead of just noticing it, determined to put it right. Because that's what I'm on to.
we should have a divorce.
Well, I said that at the last meeting. But it's getting nearer, We'd have the children. Dick James. Just because it is so silly of us now at this point in our lives to crack up. It's just so silly because there's no point. We're not going to get anywhere that we want to get by doing that. The only possible direction is the other way from that, that is the only possible direction. But the thing is, we're just all sort of theoretically agreeing with it. We're not doing it. You're doing it a bit through you and Yoko, but it's silly to sort of coming and talking down to us. Well, actually, your way out is not to talk, rather than talk down to us, which you'd have to do, you think. You wouldn't. Remember, I think I'm talking down to you too. No, we're not. We know. We're all right all this stuff. But we just sort of get into talking down to each other. Okay, I got a feeling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not bad, Not bad. What was it? Okay. How did it go? Is it that one?